China is replacing silicon. It's happening in power electronics first, years ahead of anything happening in logic. And the clearest proof of it showed up in Nvidia announcement almost nobody read. In August 2025, Nvidia, the most valuable chip company on earth, signed a partnership on next-generation power architecture for AI data centers. Not with a company you'd expect, with a chipmaker founded a decade ago in China that most people outside of the power electronics industry have never heard of, Innoscience. Today, Innoscience ships more gallium nitride power chips than any other company on the planet. It's undercutting the biggest names in the industry on price. It's now embedded in Nvidia's own data center roadmap, and it just IPO'd in Hong Kong at a 3.5 billion valuation. This is a story of how a company almost nobody was watching became the largest player in one of the fastest growing chip categories in the world, and why the same technology is now showing up in humanoid robots. I'm Diana Klan, a semiconductor industry expert. Every week I break down what's actually happening in chip development and market news. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Let's start with the basics, because this technology is about to show up everywhere. Gallium nitride is what's called a wide bandgap semiconductor. In plain terms, it can handle high voltages, switch on and off faster, and run cooler than traditional silicon. For decades, silicon was good enough for most power electronics. But two things changed that math. First, electric vehicles pushed industry toward 800-volt architectures that silicon struggles with efficiency. Second, and this is a part of the most people miss, the AI boom created a new problem: getting enormous amounts of power into a data center rack without losing huge amounts of it as heat. That's not a GPU problem, that's a power delivery problem. And GaN, along with its cousin, silicon carbide, is the material that actually solving it. The market reflects it. Global GaN and SiC power semiconductor revenue is on pace to grow from roughly $2.5 billion this year to well over $16 billion by the early 2030s. A growth rate most chip categories never see. Let it land. This is one of the fastest growing corners of the entire semiconductor industry. And right now, the company leading it isn't based in the Silicon Valley, or Tokyo, or Munich. Founded in 2015, Innoscience didn't win by investing something nobody else had. It won by doing something much simpler and much harder to compete with, building at a scale nobody else attempted, and pricing accordingly. By shipment volume, Innoscience now holds somewhere between 30 and over 40% of the global GaN power device market, depending on which year and dataset you look at. Either way, the conclusion is the same. It's the single largest GaN device maker in the world, and it's not particularly close. Here are the numbers that explains why. Industry analysis puts Innoscience's pricing at roughly 50% below its Western competitors. Now the honest part, because China undercuts on price, is a story you've heard before, and it's worth asking whether that's the whole picture here. It isn't entirely. Innoscience built the world's largest dedicated 8-inch GaN silicon production base. Its own fabs purpose-built for this one material, running at a scale that spreads fixed costs across far more chips than a smaller, more diversified competitor can manage. That's a genuine manufacturing strategy, not just aggressive pricing, but the effect on the rest of the industry has been real and, for some competitors, brutal. Some Western GaN makers have reportedly given up parts on their own manufacturing and packaging operations, choosing instead to work through Innoscience's supply chain rather than compete with it directly on cost. Anyone telling you this is simply cheap Chinese chips flooding the market is missing the scale of what was actually built here. This is a detail that should have gotten more attention than it did. In August 2025, Innoscience announced a collaboration with Nvidia on 800-volt DC power architecture specifically designed for AI data centers, aimed at improving power efficiency and density in large-scale computing systems. Sit with that for a second. This isn't a company selling phone chargers competing in price. This is a Chinese GaN manufacturer working directly with a company that defines the AI hardware roadmap for the entire industry on the actual power infrastructure behind the AI boom. That partnership alone tells you Innoscience isn't just winning on cost anymore. It's being treated as serious technology partner for the most demanding power applications that exists right now. And the company isn't shy about its ambitions. At its Hong Kong listing in December 2024, which raised 180 million at a valuation north of 3.5 billion, its chairman described Innoscience as a leader of the global power semiconductor revolution. Bold language, but increasingly it's not obviously wrong. So where is all this GaN capacity actually going? Two places, and they're more connected than they look. AI data centers are the obvious one. As AI compute scales up, power delivery problem scales with it. More racks, more density, more heat, more voltage. Companies across the industry are reacting to solve this with GaN and SiC. ST Microelectronics launched a new line of 700-volt power GaN devices in May 2026, explicitly built for what it called rising AI server power consumption. Power conversion beyond what conventional silicon can handle effectively. Navitas has been showcasing 800-volt DC platforms hitting 98.5% efficiency, purpose-built for next-generation AI centers. Humanoid robotics is the less obvious one, and it's running faster than most people expected. GaN-based motor drives allow for significantly smaller, more precise components, which matters enormously when you're trying to fit fine motor control into something the size of a human joint. Navitas presented a panel at a PCIM 2026, literally titled Automotive AI Humanoid Robots, the Future of GaN Technology. Automotive AI Humanoid Robots, the future of GaN technology. ST Microelectronics is positioned as the exact same 700-volt GaN portfolio it built for AI servers has also been designed for humanoid robotics and advanced industrial power. Here's the connective tissue. It's the same underlying problem, moving large amount of the power efficiency through a small, heat-constrained space, showing up in two applications that look completely unrelated on the surface. A data center rack and a robot's leg joint aren't obviously similar, but the chip solving the power problem inside both of them increasingly is. Anyone telling you this is a clean, uncontested Chinese victory is oversimplifying it. Innoscience's own 2025 annual report shows real financial strain alongside the growth, a significant net outflow of cash from operations and a net gearing ratio that jumped from roughly 13% to over 32% in a single year, driven partially by lower cash balances and increased borrowing. Rapid scaled up in capital-intensive industry is expensive, and the balance sheet shows it. That's also governance detail worth knowing. A portion of the company's IPO proceeds was, by its own disclosure, inadequately placed into wealth management products rather than capacity expansion and R&D they were earmarked for. Something the company says will be fully corrected by mid-2026. Not a scandal, but not nothing either. It's the kind of detail that matters if you're evaluating this as investment, less so if you're evaluating it as a technology story. So the honest read is this: Innoscience has genuinely won the volume and pricing battle in GaN, and it's now credible enough to be a serious partner for Nvidia's data center road, but market leader by shipments and financially inaccessible are two different claims, and only one of them is currently true. So let's bring that together. Innoscience didn't win the GaN market with a single breakthrough. It won by building manufacturing scale nobody else attempted, pricing aggressively enough to force competitors to repeat from parts of their own supply chain, and then converting that position into a credible partnership with Nvidia on the power architecture behind the AI boom itself. Three things are worth carrying forward from this story. First, the assumption that the most advanced chip categories automatically stay with established Western and Japanese players no longer holds. GaN is genuinely cutting-edge, fast-growing technology, and the company leading it by volume is Chinese. Second, this isn't a clean, uncontested victory. Innoscience's own financials show real strain, a significant cash outflow from operations and a gearing ratio that more than doubled in a single year. Rapid capital-intensive scale-up carries real risk, and that risk is sitting at a company's own feelings, not just in the outside skepticism. And third, maybe most interesting, the same chip solving power delivery for AI data centers is now being built into humanoid robots. Different application, same underlying constraint, moving a lot of power efficiently through a small heat-limited space. Watch that convergence closely, because it's a good signal for where manufacturing capacity and investment get prioritized next across the entire power semiconductor industry. That's the story. I'll see you in the next one, and until then, stay curious, stay sharp, and stay chip aware.